Okay, boy. Let's see what you got. Right here.
I'm thinking at like maybe 25 seconds I'll switch to heavy attacks. It's kind of a marker. The heavy attack will knock him back instantly.
Let's fight. I'll skin you alive.
Okay, kid, let's see what you got. Use your
So
slide
yeah,
to start
you can
touching
see
the
that there's a
map.
reason I do Nightcrawler's missions first. He's pretty fragile.
Okay, Bobby, I want you to look Lady Liberty right in the eyes, so you need to boost your way up there.
Your strat, move forward a little bit here. Got the fire,
Real
man.
good, kid. You got some moves now. Let's give you a real challenge.
Oh man, this is bad. Can't aim.
All right, so you can shoot them, but don't forget they can shoot back. If you get into trouble, form an ice shield to block incoming fire. Now, you're a little rough around the edges, kid, but you got spunk.
That maybe could have been a gold with like me not missing everything.
That's a pretty big gap. You'll need to teleport to this one first. All right, now to get into the control room, hit that switch.
See if I can just punch these guys. Can. Okay, that's preferable.
Okay, let's take these guys out. Use your lock on to hold the target.
So the
Then you
punch
can
has like
teleport attack it
better
directly from a distance.
recovery.
Looks like you took some damage. Let's heal those wounds.
So it's more optimal to use. It's like once you go into that that combo, you
Try
get locked
that
into it.
relocation attack you do. They'll never know what hit them.
And then he does like a flip and everything, and just waste a bunch of time. those guys that block the punches.
Okay, let's get these generator panels online. Oh.
Okay, I think doing the full teleport punch into the punch combo is what's gonna end up being.
Protect the console.
That recovery compared to the kick. Activate this, please.
Yes. Almost there.
You're not getting out of here alive.
Never aligned myself correctly there. It has to be lined up like very specifically to activate those consoles. Okay, and we're back here again.
I know all about you, Kurt.
You ragdoll that guy. I gotta say, like, the ragdolling in this game is pretty superb. Pretty satisfying.
You
Knocking
won't let
those
me
guys.
try it again.
There's the first one.
Alrighty, man. Thanks for stopping
What are
by.
you doing?
Oh, wow, that was really nice. Oh, I didn't even realize that guy was there.
Scrap.
Go. Go deactivate another shield.
Dumb guards.
If you don't go, you'll be sorry.
Alright. Tag team.
Don't take long.
Again. Demolish that one.
Serve
pretty
me up
quickly.
another one, Kurt. Set.
You left me to die.
Almost done. Take down another one.
Okay, I might actually heal up after this. Didn't mean to hit that guy. Make that a definite heal right here.
I'll make you suffer.
Definite heal.
Hurry, take down another shield.
That's
Kind of save the stage, actually.
Go away!
Oh, shoot. Cool. Clean those guys up.
You're not so tough. Not today, freak.
Cool. Do your thing. And let's get out of here.
Activating combat sequence.
Oh god. Can you destroy this guy?
clumsy machines.
Target acquired.
That one will come to life too.
Going down.
Sweet. Take him out.
Scanning for target.
Let's come to this one.
Target lock acquired.
Is there more than one?
They don't think much, do they?
Sweet. Just one here.
Reacquiring new mutant target.
The stage is like
Can't hold them off! Hurry!
that stage is kind of difficult to do fast.
Accessing mutant DNA files. Mutant 172 identified. Codename
Logan?
Oh, I could just do that.
I will...
Demoralization mutant.
Keep your...
Mutant 321 identified. Codename Storm. Initiating installation protocols.
Ah. Gotta remember, like,
Stand down and prepare for
Not to spam Storm's assist either. Because that will actually take her
I will
out of
suppress
cycle.
the power surges. Logan, destroy it.
power surge detected.
Nice.
I don't think so, monster.
Halt mutant and surrender.
Freak.
Guy didn't want to cooperate. Reserve that one just for you, buddy.
Halt mutant and surrender.
I will channel the electricity away. Take it out.
Unable to regulate power flow. Do not resist, mutant.
You can stack them up.
Nice try.
Stand down and prepare for processing.
I will bleed off power. Act quickly.
All right.
Power flow reaching critical levels. Overload imminent.
We've done it. Get clear.
Surrender.
Something stinks.
Nice try.
Time for the incredible headbutt. Actually got that very quickly. Killed him. Sweet, cut them all to pieces. Keep it rolling. Get the next objective. These guys down here.
Die! Not today, freak.
turbo.
I don't think so, fucker. Time to die.
Sneaking on the Fury. I think this is either the last wave or next close to it. Besides these guys down here. Yep, there we go. Sprint to the finish.
Remember this chamber?
Yeah,
Logan?
it's totally
All
my
weapons candidates.
totally my favorite here.
Mutant healing factors tested to their limits. Subject burned to a crisp.
I don't know. I guess at this point I've seen worse.
How fast?
Preparing healing evaluation program.
The major complaint about this game is that
On your assigned
it's not very exciting. But I figured I'd take a break from Clone Wars for the time being.
This won't take long. Not today, freak.
Try to eke out the at least 10-minute PB I have on this game. Yeah, definitely does look good, for sure.
No matter. They were expendable.
commencing healing evaluation program.
Yeah,
Level
they
2.
didn't put like
Activating
too much
incinerator.
effort into like the mechanics though, I think. Unfortunately. Because Wolverine, like the combat character, has kind of stale combat. Where Nightcrawler's like the platforming character, and his is like a bit more exciting.
Try.
Yeah, that guy got toasted. Oh, shoot. I think that actually loses time. We can basically screen wrapping those guys.
I don't think so, but
Toasted. Fury, right on the verge of it.
You're not done yet.
Increasing healing evaluation program to level 7.
See, I actually like the Iceman levels. It's more like a on the rails kind of thing, but you're constantly engaged, and it's not like super boring, except for like the super long one at the end. You guys gonna come for it?
Courtyard, kill him.
Toasted.
hold it.
Should be the final wave of these guys.
Over here.
You can breathe for a minute.
Evaluation program complete. Surviving subjects.
Oh yeah,
return
the
to your cells.
yeah, the
Clean
first
food, prepare to
the
process
first real mission with
terminated
Iceman
justice.
kind of sucks.
Did I pass that test or what?
Only those with a powerful enough mutation can survive the augmentation tank. Only you and only me. The rest were cut out of the study. Stored like pickled rats in giant jars for strikers.
Only because you gotta like split your attention so much, and it's really just because of the difficulty.
You're not tired, are you?
It's like when it's not on like superhero difficulty, it's actually pretty tolerable because he doesn't send out as many fire raptors.
Ah, the loser room. Last resting place for the charred and burned. Fitting that you will fall here. I hope you're saving some energy for me.
So, anytime these fire guys get around you, they're like priority number one. Gotta take them out.
This is where you will die. Don't you think?
This kind of sucks. So those guys, you can't stand too close to the spawn point, I guess. Like, it helps for grouping, but then it like basically screen wraps them, and they come out at a different spawn point. I thought it might have been faster until I realized that it's totally not faster. You want to activate Fury right about now because of these fire poker guys. Now we get stuck inside freaking Hurricane because Storm's been kidnapped by Lady Deathstrike. And yeah, she's very claustrophobic. She's been keeping her in I don't know, I guess some kind of prison in this hangar. So she freaks out and gets this into a Hurricane. Lady Deathstrike's pretty easy. It's more or less a wooden boss fight, just like the rest of the bosses in the game. But you shouldn't get too close to the wall like that, or you lose time. But she can actually get sucked into the Hurricane too. So I guess with that, you really want to try to keep yourself and her away from that wall. Save as much time as possible here.
Too slow.
And there's really no need to use like anything but heavy attacks, honestly. Alright, I got sucked up. She got sucked up too. Only real advantage of her getting sucked into the Hurricane is you get like some you get some free hits on her.
Leopard style.
Actually could have. Alright. It's pretty funny. Yeah. So probably my least favorite level in the game. You gotta put out these fires, and you have to chase down the fire raptors as well. And every time you put out a fire, he sends out more fire raptors. And it's like, they destroy these little buildings, so the buildings can't take too many hits, especially not on this difficulty. So you don't want to put out too many fires at the same time, and you want to keep an eye on the raptors. Luckily you can hit them from long distance with the ice beam, so it's not too difficult of a task. It's actually pretty good here. Actually doing a pretty good job. If you ever lose them, you can like kind of auto target them. There's a couple over here. They're probably gonna hit this dome. Alright, So you basically go 3 rounds with them. This round is definitely the worst. So you can see like the sheer amount of like fire raptors he's sending out. It's actually pretty crazy. There's some behind me too. Alright, so that one got away. That's fine. Just need to kind of slow down here. Lost track of that one. Nah, yeah, I don't know where these guys are. Right over here. Another one. That one out too. Alright.
You won't stop me!
I guess the best way is like position yourself kind of far away from maybe the building itself. Alright. Probably let it go at this point. They're not going to do too much damage. Wow. Time save. That's pretty crazy, actually.
Those raptors are
Yeah,
gonna head
that's,
straight to the reactor core. I have to stop them before this gets out of control.
That one's actually my favorite. It's a street costume, so you get to unlock like 3 or I guess on 2 costumes really. They start out with one already, which is just their regular X-Men movie uniform.
Activating coolant tanks to compensate.
And then you collect Weapon X files to unlock their street costume. It's called their street costume, and you collect Sentinel files to unlock their comic costume. And I'm not really a fan of Iceman's comic costume. It doesn't really look that great on here.
Oh.
So, yeah, his street costume luckily looks quite a bit better. Okay. So, I'm gonna lose a little bit of time here.
Is down 25%.
Got the raptors, they're gonna fly around, they destroy these things. They destroy these little pipes. You gotta seal them up with your ice beam.
Reactor temperature stabilized. Systems returning to normal.
And for this stage, positioning is like really big.
Intruders
So you got a
en route
couple
to
of these
main command room.
sections where you really just have to stop and kind of split your focus. You're gonna have to objective each time. So the second one is gonna be to freeze up all the Freon pipes and destroy them. So while you're doing that, you have to keep an eye out on the bulkhead.
Compromised.
So you have to hit that with an ice beam every now and then. Here. Jeez, okay. Got pretty far on track there. We're almost to the next objective. So you have to hit him with the ice beam, hit him with the hailstorm. There's a bunch in here. I've never actually counted them, but they're like
Security alert. Intruders detected.
they're actually all over
Tracking
the place.
multiple thermal targets.
Those fire raptors are gonna breach the reactor core if I don't do something. Maybe if I cool this room down, I can kill them all at once. I have to break the Freon gas pipes and freeze everything.
So I'll try to position myself in a place where I can actually see the majority of them. And you have to do this kind of quickly. So I'm gonna hit the bulkhead again with a ice you know, just to be safe. Got another few here. More.
I
Now we
have
just
to get
turn around
above
and
ground.
get
There's
out
no
of here.
telling what Pyro's done by now.
Warning. Initializing seal
That actually
equipment
wasn't bad.
for surface installation bulkheads. Please proceed to surface immediately. Warning. All personnel must evacuate before installation bulkheads are sealed.
Alert! Massive thermal disturbance localized on the surface.
So, one of the things I'm doing here. Oh, that was actually very close. I'm putting up my frost shield when I'm going through those electrical currents. It's like a temporary thing. Lasts a couple seconds. Gives you a little bit of invulnerability. Section kind of sucks. So I usually try to go for the openings, so I don't have to press another button. Slow down, possibly. Not always the easiest thing to do. Then we get to the boss of this set of missions,
I see you're back for more, Bobby.
which
Well, this
is
time I'm not
almost the
gonna
same
play
thing
around.
as fighting
This whole place is
Pyro.
going up with the help of my new friend.
The
That
first
thing
one.
is gonna burn down the
And another
entire
perk
plant.
of
If it destroys enough toxic containers, millions will be killed.
another perk of New Game Plus here. Fully upgraded Ice Beam, so he goes down pretty quickly. I like to auto-target him, and then just kind of fire around his mouth, because that's where the fire raptors come out. And if you have good enough aim, you can actually destroy all the fire raptors before they have a chance to go anywhere. But at this point, it really doesn't matter, because he's just about dead.
John,
We go to Wolverine set of missions here. Just another straight set of beat 'em ups.
Protect the gate.
Me kill all of you? Yeah, I think I can handle that.
So the main thing we do here is just kind of stand by the teleporter, get the jump on some of the enemies that are spawning.
Hope you paid up your health insurance.
Other than that, this is actually a pretty long wave of guys. So of course I keep trying to go for the headbutts because they have the best recovery time,
Come on.
and
is
it's
that
2
all you
hits,
got?
so it builds up the fury meter a little bit better, which also kind of speeds this up a bit. So they're gonna alternate between the actual gatehouse right here and the courtyard.
You're not stopping me.
And again, anybody with like the kind of flames on them, on their weapons, very dangerous. Take off a lot of blue health.
I guess you just weren't cut out for this.
And his fury, just like any other like Berserker Rage type thing, he moves faster, hits harder, and it's fully upgraded. So, just going through this game normally on New Game, you have, in between each level, you get a certain amount of what's called mutations. And you can put those mutations into certain stats. But really, there's like 1 or 2 obvious ones you want to put them into. Like Wolverine, you generally want to put into like Fury and then Health. Or you can put into Attack and Health. And the amount of mutations you get for each mission is based on the difficulty you complete it on. So, superhero is going to give you the most mutations. So I guess if you were playing this game casually, you could play like a few of the missions on superhero, get some really good mutations, and then like lower the difficulty if you really felt like doing that. Sometimes I hit the wrong button. For some reason, my controller, the pause button gets mapped to L2. I don't know what it is with me wanting to tap L2 for the Fury. Now. More goons. And if you haven't noticed, like those guys with like the really long sticks, it's better to jump attack them because it stuns them, knocks them backwards, and then you have a chance to kill them. These guys also do the most damage, besides these guys. Dude, stop rolling. Try to roll away as much as you could. Go and pop that. Should be only a wave or two more. Oh, here we go. So once you kill all those guys, you actually get to go inside the gatehouse.
You guys just keep popping up, don't you?
Come on, freak.
For some reason, has flamethrowers in the ceiling. I haven't figured that one out yet. Let's go on Fury again. These guys shouldn't be a problem. Get rid of them. This guy actually got killed by the flamethrower. And here's where it starts to feel kind of repetitive. So the combat isn't like super interesting, as I've said before, but yeah, it just keeps throwing more of the combat at you. And when you're playing on New Game, that's another like slight difference. You don't get to choose what mission you go to next. So you gotta play certain missions in succession. But anyway, so take these rocket guys out because they take off a lot of blue hive. So they're priority. Clear out this little garden here, and then the next two objectives are just to take out these machines.
I have to tell Nightcrawler about
teleporting machines. So you have to hit these panels. And then it kind of flares up with electricity. You can't go into it for a little bit. So you want to keep an eye on it for when the electricity goes down. So you can hit the next panel right away. Even if that means really just keeping the enemies busy. I'm actually gonna activate Fury so I can heal it a little bit. My complaint about this is like when you destroy it, there's like no spectacular animation or anything. actually mistakenly did that. And once you take out all the panels, I just think it takes longer to cool down. So that's the last one, and for that guy, we should be moving on. Yeah, so it goes out, not with a bang, but a whimper. And then we have this one out in the courtyard that's actually a little more dangerous. You got these rocket guys, you got freaking flame poker guys walking all over the place. So you really want to try to build up fury as fast as you can here. I guess this is Wolverine's like split focus mission. Alright. You don't want to get trapped inside this thing, so that's very, very dangerous. Essential to activate that right now. So that thing's down. Then we clean up the enemies and get out of here. Wind units are kind of annoying. They don't show up until like the end of the stage though. I try to kill these guys as I go along because once you get to this final area up here, the wind units will actually appear and they will pester you. These guys will. They'll come over there. Alright. So it's best just to take them out. And their weakness is pretty much just quick strikes. So they will block you occasionally, but for the most part, they won't. They'll just sit there and take quick strikes. Ought to be it there. Now we go into Nightcrawler's missions. So
there's just too many of us for you to handle.
Mission where Nightcrawler is actually splitting his attention as well, and this kind of goes to show you how well his jump kicks can do. Something's wrong here. Go back this direction. Okay, there they are. Wasted a little bit of time. Alright, so this whole thing you're fighting multiple men, and then after you take out his clones here, you have to split your focus between actually fighting the clones and deactivating the bombs. And you always want to take out the one with the gun. It's the most dangerous one. So, while Storm is kind of briefing you on what you need to do, you can actually move towards your targets. So, that reduces the amount of time.
Check that one off.
I guess you could say the amount of time wasted. So I like to teleport behind these guys, punch, and then go into a kick combo. Are you activate the bomb, dude? What's going on? It's so finicky.
On to the next.
And the best way to travel is just teleporting, like right along the straight path. So teleporting is a little faster than walking. So you just keep teleporting forward. Teleport down, fight the guys. Deactivate the bomb, and that's the rest of the stage.
That's another one.
So I'm gonna use Storm here. You can use her as an assist.
Got it.
He's set more explosives on the bridge.
Yeah, you can use her once her meter's like built up a little bit. It'll actually have an impact. Using her when her meter's like really low, it'll maybe take out one or two of them. But once it's like fully stacked, you can pretty much take out all of them. Chain lightning.
That's another one.
Really want to be teleporting around here. So as per usual with X-Men games, Nightcrawler is a little bit weaker physically.
On to the next.
Clear the area. You have
I'm
to
actually
use
going
the
to heal up a
bombs in
little bit.
time.
Just a tad bit. It's a little bit weaker physically. So a few hits will like do a lot of damage to him. I'm actually just gonna play it safe, and that was kind of scary actually.
Check that one off.
Actually came down right in the middle of those guys. So we're gonna go all the way to the far side here. So yeah, I'm gonna play it safe here too. I'm just gonna hide and heal. You can heal at any point when your little purple meter is up. It's called the Shadow Aura. You become semi-invisible. They can definitely still see you, but their aim's a little bit less accurate.
Got it.
What's wrong? Can't hit us all?
It's actually going to be a close one here.
That's another one.
Okay, we're good. Did lose some time there. Actually, quite a bit of time. Alright, so multiple man. He's kind of easy, I guess. If you use Nightcrawler's jump kicks, the jump kick combo definitely hurts him a lot more than really anything else. And this is kind of a safe spot. I don't know, I guess they put this in here on purpose. So you can teleport to like any one of those like piles of I-beams, I guess you could call them. We'll call them that. And it's like a total safe spot. You can just sit there and use your shadow aura. And the other thing that's important about fighting multiple man here, you want to stick with him. So you can do some stuff that hopefully you won't see here. Just for safety. Okay. So we're good here. And we're going to be going on to the next set of missions. One of the hardest missions in the game. But yeah, multiple man. So he can actually set some bombs and then have his copies out there too. And it's really hard actually to like deactivate that bomb while his copies are there. Especially with Nightcrawler being so weak.
Think a little force field is gonna stop me?
If you stay on top of him the whole time, then he's not really gonna do that. So, I named the split the Gauntlet because that's pretty much what it is.
Don't let him get through that door.
So, a very long series of enemies. Got these teleporters all around the room.
He must not get through.
Gotta take them out. And they get kind of difficult toward the end. The only real objective is to take out this force field, so you can get to the next room. Unfortunately, if you destroy it early, it doesn't change anything. You still have to fight like all the dudes in the room. But yeah, the only speed tech you can use here is kind of staying near a teleporter, getting the jump on an enemy.
Do not let him pass.
And really just knowing how to fight each individual type of enemy. Staying on top of them. If it really comes down to it, you can actually stay on the other side of the room, even if there's an enemy still around, and heal. Usually can't heal when there's enemies near you. I used to think it was like if there are just no enemies on screen at all, but I guess it's probably triggered by like a certain distance or something, considering what I found out on the stage.
Defend the door.
Again. If you're ever low on health and you're in a questionable situation, just go ahead and hit that Fury button. Now we're getting into like the more dangerous section. the waves. This is where I usually die. We have all these freaking fire guys come out all at the same time. Just surround you. It's not a good day. Not so bad this time, though. You have the final wave of guys. And honestly, alright, I got Fury. Say, if I'm not in Fury, I just kind of mash quick attack. Comes pretty quickly, though. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I saw you during the marathon, but that's a game you can't really split your focus on too much, especially when you're doing your own commentary. So, Lady Deathstrike round 2. She's basically the same as she was before. Except she takes a few more hits.
Crane style.
Want to just kind of lay heavy attacks on her. And one important thing, if she doesn't get staggered backwards, she doesn't get staggered backwards when you hit her. I mean, she has a counterattack ready. And that same is true of Sabretooth.
Snake strike. Give up, old man.
Oh boy. Okay. So, she got me.
Let's find out who has the sharper claws.
Couple minutes down, I guess. I was a little too lax in this fight, I guess.
Crane style. Give up, old man.
I guess it's probably the best strat there. So stagger her backward. Do quick strikes to kind of build up your fury.
Strike.
Thought my game was gonna crash there. So, once you go into Fury, she basically can't do anything to you. She can attack, but doesn't do very much. Especially not in comparison to the damage you can do to her. Get these guys, since that guy's difficult. I'm actually gonna go back into Fury. I need to heal up. But yeah, the only real difference is that this fight is, she has a little bit more health, and this fight is segmented between fighting her and then fighting a bunch of goons
You're
up
one
here.
and the same, you and I. Both of us born out of Stryker.
Don't kid yourself. We are nothing alike.
So there are like 3 teleporters on this floor. And they're gonna appear in like any one of them. And these guys, these Ghost Blade guys, they usually run over to you pretty quickly. So you can kind of
You call yourself
camp
a
out
warrior?
near one of
You're
the
nothing but a
teleporters.
beast, a killing machine, just like Strider
And
wanted.
just about
Should have
these guys
stayed dead,
halfway.
Yuriko.
Also really important if you're building up your Fury meter, so getting as many hits as possible.
Is that the best you can do?
Lady, when I'm done with you, there won't even be a toad attack.
Cool. Should be approaching the final wave. Or I guess that was the final wave. So, she pops back out. She's on the top floor this time. Pretty much just go into Fury and end this fight. Smash down on quick attack. Should be able to get her before your Fury runs out. If not, then she will only have a couple hits left on her. Bam. There we go. And we fight Silver Samurai. It was actually a pretty difficult boss.
I can read your movements.
So he can teleport around and waste your time. And when he gets the electricity on his sword, you want to run away from him.
Slice!
Because, yeah, he does a ton of damage. Okay, it's safe now. Just want to be blocking most of the time.
I will cut you down.
Oh. Oh, got me. So it's pretty funny to watch this, actually. Just get near him to make him attack.
Spirit wolves, defend me!
And after a while, this happens. He just calls out his goons.
What? Getting tired already, bub?
More of these regular wind unit guys.
The spirit wolves will not give up the hunt.
Pretty much what they're good
Face
for
me,
is
you
just
coward.
for you to build up your Fury meter, which is going to close out this fight pretty effectively. So he comes back, activate your Fury, go for the universal boss method here. Universal boss fighting method. So once his health gets down,
Sea
about
dragons,
there,
protect your master.
calls out more goons. Again, they're good for building up your Fury meter. And if you've noticed, your Fury meter gets cut short if you go into a
The
cutscene.
wrath of the sea dragons is like the typhoon.
So, and wherever your Fury meter stopped, you actually, you know, can build up from there once the cutscene's over. So you don't really need Fury for those guys.
I've had it.
Just build your
Stop
Fury meter
hiding
back up to
behind
full
your men, you coward.
and take him out.
You ain't gonna disappear on me again, are you? Defeated.
Now we're getting to the final.
Those Sentinels are heading towards Hydra's headquarters.
Yeah, so we
I
start
have
out
to
with
get
this
there
highway.
first, before it's too late.
3 Iceman levels. This stage isn't very hard. You just basically hold down the acceleration. And yeah, not too many obstacles to dodge. You just have these Sentinels. They don't do too much damage to you, but they can keep you occupied while you're going down towards Hydra headquarters so you don't get bored.
Activating termination procedure.
But these guys can kill you if you don't like keep an eye out on them. But it takes a long time. So as you can see, they're not super accurate.
Calculating path. Formulating counterattack.
You can actually use Hailstorm, and it kind of hones in on them a little bit. But I don't know, using Ice Beam and manually targeting is a little bit more fun. Also kills them faster. And looks cooler, I think, too. Get the frost effects. So you turn around. Actually got to slow down a little bit, so you hit the brake.
Oh man, that thing got the component. I have to stop it, and fast.
And you have to kill this specific Sith. You can actually accelerate and get like way ahead of him, but you just lose time doing that. So yeah, that's pretty much the stage. Take him out, doesn't take too long. Just go back the same way, so same obstacles. And you have this like useless Sentinel on the side here. There he goes. We're just about done. And now we have a whole stage that revolves around just killing Sentinels. So we gotta kill like 15 of these guys. And you have a time limit, but honestly it really doesn't matter too much. As long as you consistently kill Sentinels. And if you stay in like the starting area, this plaza, there's like more Sentinels around here than anywhere else. You can see like they're just constantly coming.
Formulating counterattack. Sterilizing mutant for investigation.
Pretty simple stage. Oh god, someone got stuck here.
Mutant located in water B001.
Couple more. Be the last one, I think. Or not, I guess. You, maybe? Turn around. Okay, thanks. Alright. And this one, next to last mission for Iceman, kind of sucks. So instead of fighting regular Sentinels, you gotta fight giant Sentinels, and you gotta pop these little nodules off them. So you have 3 in the front, 3 in the back. And there's generally 2 on each side. The ones in the front are a little bit harder to pop off. Just go hit your 180 once you get all the ones on the front, and then So you take out the ones on their back, which is just like in a straight line.
Activate additional units. Sentinel ready. Executing primary directive.
So I think this is a mission where I lose a lot of time because it's I don't have a way to like fully optimize this. And I don't know if like auto targeting helps here either. Take out the ones in the back. Go far enough out. 180 so that you can actually take out the ones on the front as well.
Recovery procedure disrupted. Sentinel deployed. En route to crash site. Activate additional units.
Oh, this guy is right up on me. Cool. Actually got all the ones in front.
Sentinel ready. Initiating mission protocols.
Let's see if I can get this guy's front side as well. Now that I'm back here. Okay.
Approaching weapons range.
So I just gotta turn around here.
Recovery procedure disrupted.
This guy, he's pretty far down the road.
Sentinel activate additional proceeding to target location.
I think they spawn further and further down the road, if I'm not
Approaching
mistaken.
weapons range.
Never really like paid attention to that. That was a good volley.
Recovery procedure disrupted.
Boom, boom. All right. Saved a lot of time there. Okay. Kind of a scary mission here too.
Don't you see?
You gotta fight about 100 clones of Wolverine.
Mine.
Like literally 100 clones. Or somewhere close to it.
They are merely a reflection of your true self.
And they'll beat you up. They generally block quick strikes too. Build up some fury meter. Doing headbutts. These guys aren't blocking at all. It's good. I have to turn on fury whenever I possibly can. And then you want to kind of hang out right by this little tank. Almost got fury again. Okay, now they're starting to block. Maybe it's the later ones that block you most of the time. Another Fury. Start getting crazy in here in a minute. Oh god, I need that Fury. Go. Scary, man. This mission is frightening. Whew. Alright, this is probably the scariest mission in the game.
Must be careful, Kurt. This is the path. We mustn't let them see or hear you.
Just because of how much damage Nightcrawler takes again. And the fact that you can actually fall to your death in this mission as well.
Here they come.
So you got that first part, and then you have another Sentinel fight. Which is supposed to be hard. It's really not, though. Just because the security droids just kind of keep you right there. So you just gotta wait for more security droids. Oh no. Don't want to be near that. So that should be good there.
Yeah, not so tough now, eh?
Get your checkpoint. Like to heal up here. So we go to the next part. Actually gotta wait for that. Security drone's gonna come back. God. Where am I going? Right here. Forget you can't teleport through there. Oh. Close one. That was well timed on my part just now. Oh god. Get away from me. So.
This way, Kurt. Come on.
You have these electrical nodes here. And this part is actually really, really scary. So, very easy to die, and actually just narrowly escape death.
You want to get in. You have to break these
So,
things.
I'm gonna heal up here.
You do want to get in, don't you, Kurt?
Okay, so, you gotta track these security drones right over here towards the power node. Wait for them to do their thing. make sure it's destroyed. I think if you get too far away, then they don't destroy it at all. And here, same thing, except with a Sentinel kind of pursuing you. Okay, so that one's done. So we got one more here. And getting to it is made a little bit more difficult with this Sentinel pursuing us. So again, I'm just gonna hang out, I'm gonna heal. Because that Sentinel, he's locked on, man.
Responding to mutant aggression. Firing on target.
Once you get those guys locked on, and they have a pretty big blast radius. Once you get those guys locked on, you can get out of here. Whew. All right. Kind of an easy mission right here.
Mutant DNA detected. Mutant identified as Robert Drake, codename Iceman.
Oh, Turbo Dog is he's almost at that 6-hour estimate.
97% probability. The mutant objective is to destroy the positronic control core. Defense systems activated. Initiate mutant subjugation protocol 657.
And that's a long game. Couldn't stick around for like all of it. Alright, so this mission, pretty straightforward. It's very long though, and potentially dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So you go through all these laser sections, so you can either frost shield through them, or you can just kind of hang out at the bottom right, and you just pass through all the lasers. With the missiles, you want to kind of be closer to the wall, because they can actually kill you. They do a lot of damage. Kill you in like one volley. So you want to be closer to the wall with the floor when they come out. There's a couple sections where you can't really be in either one of those. So, like here, so you want to do your best, like take them out with your ice beam. And of course, you heal up as you go along, just automatically. And you just take out the Sentinels as well. Makes for a pretty easy day. I'm not sure if the signal shot me or if I got tagged by a missile there. This mission might as well just be on a full timer. It takes almost a whole full minute, 5 minutes, even if you're pressing acceleration the entire time. And then you got a little section afterwards. So basically a 5-minute mission, all in all. It's real easy to die on the last part though. Take a lot of damage.
Target has reached Area 3 perimeter. Initiate mutant termination protocol Centauri. Units are to terminate target on detection.
So, the whole time you go along, the Sentinels just babble on with like random nonsense. They don't actually get any harder, so you never need to worry about that. We're almost done here.
mutant has bypassed Area 4 security net. Initiate termination protocols Delta 29. Proceed with emergency measures.
That was actually kind of scary. I thought more of those missiles were going to hit me. Okay, so we're at the final part of this mission. You want to get low, get down a little bit lower. It's going to be an electrical pulse, like right above you.
Neurocluster breached. Power leak
Does
detected.
quite a bit of damage.
Malfunction. Secondary neurocluster breached. Power at 50%. Malfunction. Neurocluster level critical. Rerouting power to remaining unit. Warning. Core integrity critical. Breach imminent. Evacuate all personnel.
Okay. I died, but that's the checkpoint there. Fortunately.
Warning. Core integrity critical. Breach imminent. Evacuate all personnel.
That's how easy it is to die from that
Neurocluster
electrical
breached.
pulse.
Power leak detected. Malfunction. Secondary neurocluster breached. Power at 50%. Malfunction. Neurocluster level critical. Rerouting power to remaining units. Warning. Core integrity critical. Breach imminent. Evacuate all personnel.
And we're out. Alright, final mission. Or final full mission. It's actually one of the hardest ones. I guess appropriately. So, these guys, they're kind of like Nightcrawlers. They can teleport around, they can kick you. And it pays dividends to like take those guys out like right away. Actually, like, for the most part, like whenever you can. Save you some heartache in the long run. I'm actually gonna heal up a little bit. You want to heal up when you can here. Kind of want to take it easy.
No! What are you doing?
So you got these 3 memory banks crystallized.
Protect the memory bank!
So you gotta teleport around here, actually finding the nodules that will
Don't fight them,
kind
Kurt.
of depower it, I guess.
You belong here.
I don't really know what they do, but whatever. And you can target the nodules like they're actual enemies, so you can teleport in on them. So, pretty nice. Speeds this mission up quite a bit. Yeah, and those guys, they can teleport to your location. You can kind of outrun them a little bit, but for the most part, they will track you. And as soon as you slow down to try to destroy one of these memory banks, they will appear in force. And they hit really, really hard.
Arise!
Why deny who you are? Give in to the darkness. Stop him.
Get out of there, man. Can actually fall to your death in this stage as well. Which hopefully won't be an issue. Let's hopefully complete the mission here. Alright. Then we just fight Sage 2.
You're just another victim.
He's like maybe slightly harder this time around.
That all you got?
So he actually has Fury as well this time around. So it gets kind of annoying, honestly. So you can take his health down, but then he will actually just build up Fury. So you kind of gotta suppress his life bar a little bit. His Fury runs out a lot quicker than yours, though. Yeah, if you ever need to like save your own life. If you ever need to save your own life, you can do your lunging attack and just jump into his chest. It kind of suppresses his red life a little bit, but more importantly, it allows you to heal. So you can heal up all the way. Jump down. Phase 2 is literally more of the same.
Face it, Bob, you're outclassed.
So I think his decision on what attacks he wants to use changes a little bit. Alright. Gonna wear him down. Gonna pop his Fury. Preferably you want him in Fury, as you're in Fury. This fight's actually going very, very well.
You don't look so good, Bob.
Actually gonna get that PB I've been looking for. Alright, so I'm gonna jump into his chest a couple times just for safety. We're gonna finish him off. Alright. It's not bad at all, actually.
Stop! Leave me to die.
I'm sorry I could not save you, Lipkin.
But you did save me. Both knew it had to be this way. Goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen, Lipkin.
And so it ends. Tell your beloved professor, our score is settled. When next we meet X-Men, it will not end in such pleasantries.
Well, look at you. Well, if I were you, I'd get comfortable. Something tells me you're gonna be here for a while.
It's shocking that anyone would believe the news the Chinese are releasing about it.
Amazing the power of an unfree press. No one will ever know the truth about what happened. Stryker's final monstrosity has been put to rest. You're leaving.
I am not suited for this life, Professor. I am a simple man.
Our doors are always open to you.
Yes, danke. We have a term in German. Weltschmerz. It means despair over the world. I see it too much in you. You should know you are doing wonderful things here.
It is hard to be positive knowing how much we've all sacrificed in this fight for equality. I can only wonder what else we have to lose before it is all over.
Right, man.